If you've ever picked up a notebook because everyone says journaling is good for you, and then you open it up and your mind goes completely blank, trust me, you're not the only one. A lot of people do like the idea of journaling or they're curious, but the hardest part literally is just knowing where to begin. Like, what do you write? Where do you start? And why can it feel so awkward? Yeah, so in today's video, I would like to walk you through a few simple ways how you can start journaling even if you have no idea what to write. Now, before I get into the how, I just want to talk a little bit about why journaling can be helpful. It can show you things about yourself that you don't always notice in the moment, but when you see it on paper, you may start noticing patterns, and once you see those patterns, you start connecting the dots. So it can reveal deeper meaning about yourself. It can show you who you really are and why you do the things you do, or why do you feel the way you feel. And writing it down just makes those things so much easier to see. It's kind of like keeping a food diary, a food journal. It's not the same, of course, but the idea is very similar. You know, once you start trying to find out your food sensitivities, or trying to find out why you're always bloated, or why you keep getting headaches, you start writing those things down. And usually you don't notice anything at first, but once it's been on paper for a few days, you may start to pick up on patterns that you may not pick up on, in your day-to-day life. And so journaling works the same way. Once you start writing down your feelings and your thoughts, you will start to recognize patterns. And suddenly something may just click like, aha, so that's what's been going on. One of the easiest ways to start journaling is to write down just one question. Not 10, not a whole list, just one. Something like, what's been on my mind lately? And then just try to answer it in 1 or 2 sentences. You don't need to write a whole page. You're not in school and there's no grade. It's just a small check-in with yourself. Most people get stuck because they think that journaling has to be really deep or meaningful or really long, but it's not true. It's just a way to check in. Another simple way to start is the 3 things journal. You write down 3 things that you noticed or learned or felt today. That's it. It could be, I finally drank enough water, or I felt frustrated this morning, or I enjoyed my walk. This helps you practice noticing your day, and it gives you something small and structured to write about. If your mind does go blank the minute you open your notebook, prompts can help because you don't have to think of anything, you just have to respond. A few easy prompts could be something like, what do I want more of right now? Or what drained my energy today? Or what made me smile this week? A prompt can really take the pressure off because you're just answering a question. Some people use colors, doodles, or decorate their pages. And some people just write a few sentences with a basic pen, and you don't need pretty handwriting. You don't need a fancy notebook either. Your journal is for you, and it really can be as plain or as fun as you'd like it to be. A lot of people stop journaling because they think they're doing it wrong or they're not writing enough, but there really is no wrong way. You can write 1 sentence a day, or you can write once a week, or you can write only when you feel like it. There is really no right or wrong way. It's also very interesting to look at your journal months later or years later. You see where you were, how you've changed, or what stayed the same. And sometimes older entries may answer some questions that you're asking yourself today. So if you've been wanting to start journaling but had no clue where to begin, I hope this gave you a few simple ideas. You don't have to write a lot and you don't have to be perfect. You just start with 1 small page, 1 small question, or 3 small things from your day. If you enjoy videos like this, feel free to stick around and subscribe. I'd love to have you here.